We are getting the garden ready for fall, so let's go take a look at it. The garden had some huge patches of massive weeds and grass where I had harvested lettuce and onions and things like that, and I had just let these areas just kind of grow wild. So we had a lot of clearing out to do. We also took down all of our spent sunflowers so I could collect the seeds from them, and generally we just cleaned it up thoroughly. We pulled out grass, we mowed grass, and then we tilled up the areas that I plan to use this fall. So it looks much, much better. Huge improvement. I'm sure our neighbors appreciate it. I know. Yeah, very nice. Alright, so for our fall or late summer plantings, of course we've got radishes, some spinach. My spinach did not do well at all this spring, so I'm hoping for a better harvest there. My zucchini and squash were attacked by the vine borers really bad, so I got like one green zucchini and just a few yellow squash all summer long. My cucumbers did terrible this summer. I had a lot of problem with the powdery mildew, so we're going to try that again. We've got some kale and some green beans. Now all of these are pretty short season plants. If you'll look, a lot of them are between 50 and 60 days harvest. There's 55 days. Yellow squash is 50. Green zucchini is 55 to 60. Spinach is 40 to 48. And of course the radishes are 20 to 25 days. Here we are in the middle of August, and our first frost date here in northwest Arkansas is, I believe, around October 15th or all the way through to the end of October. We oftentimes don't have a hard frost until the end of October.
Mommy, I need this hot fix. Mommy, I can't get it off.
You smell dirt on my fingers? So my peppers are starting to recover from being stripped by the grasshoppers. Like on this banana pepper, you can see, I mean, they had all the leaves stripped off of all of the plants. The banana peppers definitely suffered the worst. But my jalapenos are coming back. In fact, I've got a couple jalapenos down there. And then I've got 2 different types of bell peppers. And they're starting to recover as well. Even getting a couple little blossoms on them. So hopefully it's not, too late to be hopeful that I'll still get some more peppers. I mean, we're still dealing with 90-degree temperatures here in August, so I'm assuming the peppers will still continue to thrive. As long as they get their leaves grown back, they'll be fine. All right, here in this empty space right here, I'm going to plant some more jalapeno peppers. They're starts that I had done back in the spring, and I never did transplant them, so they're outgrowing their tiny little pots that they're in. So I don't know if they'll actually do any good or not out here, if they'll grow. The tarp is just holding my spot for all of the seedlings that I've got started in the house. I'm hoping that the tarp will keep the grass and weeds from growing to give my seedlings time to get big enough to transplant. And then down here, I went ahead and planted green beans. And there's 2 different types of bush beans here that I planted. So hopefully, I think they said they have a 54-day time to harvest, and we actually have about 65 days before our first frost. So I'm just under the wire. Hopefully we'll get some green beans this year. And my tomatoes, of course, are doing fine. They've just gotten so wild this summer. I kind of gave up trying to keep the rows clean after that storm knocked them all over and just made a huge mess of them. But we're still getting plenty of tomatoes, which is good. You could always use tomatoes. Because, boy, let me tell you, when we have fresh salsa on hand, we eat more salsa than ever. Because we don't normally have to buy that much salsa, but man, when we have it homemade, fresh on hand, ooh, we go through a lot of salsa then. So this will be, hopefully, the start of my fall or late summer garden.